Hello, this is Sheba Grider, and thank you for tuning in with me today. And this is about safety measures for those who are on medication at home and they take it at a certain time, and some that's not taking it at all. Okay, if your doctor prescribed a medication to you, it is wise that you do take your medication. Let's talk about the mental side of town. It's wise because of the people around you, and that you do not go into a relapse. And relapses are very important to watch, especially when you see the symptoms going on in your life. A lot of people with bipolar, schizophrenia, anger, depression, there's other types of illnesses. And if you are one of those people who are on psych medication and you have children in the house, but you decide you don't want to take your medication, that's not good for the children to see you in a relapse situation. And it's not good because you can have your children taken away from you. You know, I say this because I was on the bus today and I saw this woman coming on with a small child, and this child was very scared. She was fidgeting with her earring and she kept taking it out, putting it back in, and she was very nervous and very shaky. And I was like, oh my goodness. And the woman sat down with the child, and when she sat down, she was talking very loud and very aggressive. She had aggressive behavior, and her speech was not well at all. And then as she was talking to the child very aggressively, but not talking to the child as if the child did anything wrong, and then she turned around to the people on the bus and started talking loudly to the people on the bus. And I said, okay, this woman has some issues in her life, and this type of woman, I'm pretty sure either she's on medication or she's not taking her medication. And so as they was getting off the bus, because she was still talking very abruptly and very disturbingly. And as she was getting off the bus, the child was in back of her, and I pulled the child to the side before the bus stopped and let the people out. And I told her, listen, it's going to be okay. I'm going to be praying for you. And I asked her what her name was. I said, I'm going to be praying for you. Know that somebody's going to pray for you for your safety. And if it gets too bad, you need to safeguard yourself. And there is a number, it's 911. If things get really, really bad for you in your home. And children need to be safe. And she says she's always like this, always angry, always talking crazy. I don't understand. I said, listen, it's going to be okay. As long as you do your part. If you feel you're not safe in the home and there's nobody there with you, and she gets abusive and she is talking very abruptly, you have to safeguard yourself, okay? Because you're the only one there. And she said some things very quickly. The conversation was very quick. It wasn't a slow conversation because I had to get out everything that I needed to get out for the young girl, And she started to cry. And I said, do you want to be safe? She said, yeah, I do. I want to be safe. I said, do you feel like you're not safe right now? And she said, yes, I don't feel that I'm safe right now. And the other people on the bus heard the conversation. And the other people, some of the women there were saying the same thing I was saying. We're going to pray for you. You're going to be safe. But when you see a situation like this, even though you're a stranger, you think to yourself, how can I help this little girl? Do I snatch her away from the mother? Do I call 911 at the time? What should I do? You know, and sometimes you don't want to get involved, but you could believe God for that person's safety. And like I said, if anything happens, I told her, if you see a police officer on the street, you run to the police officer. You say, I need help. I don't feel safe. Or if you have a phone, ask her, you have a phone? Yeah, I have a phone. I have a cell phone. I said, then you call 911. And you look at your location and your environment. You have to save yourself. And one woman said, is that your mother? She said, no, that's my grandmother, you know. And so I'm thinking in my head, this is the grandmother. Why would the mother leave her with the grandmother in this condition, you know? So you never know what the situation may be. But what I say to those who are on medication, if you don't want your children to be taken away from you, you must take your meds. You must take your meds. And I prayed for that girl all day. I thought about her all day. And I do believe God to straighten out that girl's situation. And she was just so fidgety, you know, and she was crying. And the grandmother really didn't care. She was just so into her mental status at the time, you know. So it is, well, a lot of people get their kids taken away because of the behaviors of the parents. And to save yourself and your children, you must take your medication. If you're on medication, or if you feel you need help and you're having a nervous breakdown, you feel that you're going through something that is not normal, you need to get some help for the sake of your children and the sake of your family who loves you very much. And for those who are on physical medication, you need to take your medication to stabilize yourself. Now, this is Sheba Grider. I asked for you to pray for this young girl. Her name is Vivian. Vivian, that's all I know, is that her name is Vivian. And that she was on the bus and she was very, very scared and very shaky, you know. So we believe God for her. We attach her name. We're in connection with her. And we believe God for her to be safe. And we should pray for all children to be safe in the home and outside of the home. We believe God for that. So this is Sheba Grider. Thank you for tuning in. May the Lord bless you and keep you. And may you get a peaceful sleep tonight. Amen. Bye-bye.